This is the moment that I've been dreaming of for years, and I know from talking to a lot of you that this is the moment that you've been also dreaming about for years. This is an opportunity to come together and to lock the world outside, if only for a brief few hours. It's a chance to unite, to refuel, and to celebrate the amazing communities that we struggle so hard to build here in Toronto. And to share this space with someone who occupies more than just a place on our bookshelves, but someone who occupies a place in our hearts. For some, this will be the first time that you've heard Leslie speak. For others, this is a chance to welcome her back. I can't help but question how a few words by introduction could possibly do justice to Leslie Feinberg, author, activist, and most important, revolutionary. Leslie, while planning this event to honor your work and celebrate your new novel, Drag King Dreams, I've been thinking a lot about a word that comes out of the Marxist revolutionary tradition, comrade, or friend in the struggle. One who works tirelessly to offer education, solace, and challenges to all of those who are engaged in fights against oppression. We all fight against various forms of oppressions that are so intricately that are connected together. Or integrated. Oppressions such as sex, gender, sexuality, colonialism, race, ableism, and class. Sometimes our struggle to be is directed outwards towards those who aim to shut down our mere existence. Sometimes that struggle is within ourselves to keep on fighting, even when that fight might mean just drawing one's next breath. It is here that our different struggles meet those of our comrade. Leslie's writings, activism, and website have been and continue to be a source of strength and inspiration to us. Her work reminds us to celebrate our similarities and on other fronts to acknowledge our differences, to understand how the capitalist patriarchal system divides us, and to fight to establish relations of solidarity with one another. Yes. Challenge extended to keep on learning and to continue fighting. And we are fighting here in Toronto, within our workplaces, unions, schools, families, relationships, prisons, shelters, and on the streets. So many of us read Leslie's work and find ourselves in there. We can find solace here, something that doesn't happen very much when you read other books or turn on the television or make it a blockbuster evening, as Leslie once said. Think about all the derogatory ways that we have been represented in the media and entertainment in efforts to evoke fear of those who transgress binaries and borders, whether literal or figuratively. And these ways of shutting us down are ways to legitimate the power that they hold. I was reading Drag King Dreams on the curb outside the laundromat last weekend, and this man motioned to me with a flip of his hand to move because he needed the space that I was taking up so that he could have extra space for his extra large SUV. He got out of this overpriced, hyper-masculinized vehicle and walked up to me and said, "Must be a good book. What are you reading?" So I thought, yeah, this is it. I just I showed him the cover really quickly and I said, "Drag King Dreams." And he literally jumped back and said, "Oh, that's pretty scary, eh?" To which I replied, "Not to me." Thank you, Leslie, for writing books and articles where you expose what is scary. Not us. but the imperialist, heterosexist, racist, transphobic, socioeconomic and political structures of capitalist society that aim to crush us. Being a comrade is a deliberate and courageous act. At times it means taking on a leadership role and raising questions or reflecting on experiences that are uncomfortable or disagreeable to some or to many. Questions that Leslie raises in her work have caused criticisms. They have sparked serious challenges raised from different communities. But to honor and celebrate the work and life of a fellow gender warrior does not mean hero worship, where one must nod, smile, and agree. Lenin once said that consciousness can only be raised through debate. To honor the work and life of a fellow gender warrior means a recognition of the courage it takes to put your ideas on paper, to make them public, to share parts of your life, your pain, your triumphs, and your learning. Leslie's actions a couple of weeks ago in Buffalo really concretized their positions within the communities that C calls home. After the talk, when it was time to clap, Leslie stepped out from behind the podium and clapped with us. It is not a matter of everyone agreeing. It's not a matter of everyone sharing the same experience. It's a matter of coming up with arguments concerning the best strategy towards the formation of emancipatory revolutionary movements. And it is there when you find yourself alone, know that we are not. Leslie has been and continues to be right there with us. Comrade, a unique form of politicized friendship, a relationship that grows deeper with reciprocation. On behalf of the Toronto Women's Bookstore, myself, all our sponsors, and all of you in attendance, let's welcome once again Leslie Feinberg.
Thank you for welcoming me here to Toronto. Can you hear me in the back? Yes. If you can't, if you do this, I'll be responsive. I want to thank all the organizers and all the sponsors and the performers. I want to thank the child care workers. I want to thank the interpreters. I want to thank everybody who set up today and who staffed the tables and sold the tickets and unlocked the doors and all the grassroots work that goes into what? Bringing us here together in this room at a time when I don't know about you, but it sure feels good to be with hundreds of people who have each other's back. I want my first words of solidarity to be with the Muslim and South Asian and Arab people of this continent. I want my first words of solidarity to be with the Six Nation Haudenosaunee people. Right on to the TCC workers who went out on Wildcat. Who inconvenienced their bosses because they refused to be the police agents to demand the new fare increase. Right on to the TCC workers. And I just want to say to any of the parents who are here with babies today, that if your infants make sounds, please don't leave. We want you here, and there could be no more beautiful music in this room than the voices of your children. We welcome you here today.